Good afternoon. Here is the news at noon. First, the highlights. The State Task Force enforces traffic laws, reads Adeniji Adele access of criminal activities. President Tinubu approves commencement of VOTS project to ensure academic security of children. And Warrington, Sudan Army Chief accuses countries of turning blind eye to alleged crimes of Rapid Support Forces. And in sport, Falconet head coach invites 32 players in preparation for FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. And now the details. I am Mike James. The Lagos State Task Force has carried out an enforcement for compliance exercise at Adeniji Adele and adjoining routes to rid the access of traffic gridlock and criminal activities caused by illegal operators of bus parks. Chairman of the agency, Adetayo Akirili, who led the rigorous and intense operation, described the activities of commercial bus drivers as worrisome due to long hours of traffic obstruction caused by their actions. Akirili said the enforcement exercise carried out are going to be continuous and more intense and will be carried out across various parts of the state. It described this plan actions as people-oriented, meant to ensure that Lagosians are not deprived of their rights to proper utilization of public amenities. Operators of kiosks and makeshift stores on the curbs and walkways on Adeniji Adele were also not spared as the officials of the agency cleared the structures erected on the walkway meant for pedestrians. General Manager of the Lagos State Neighborhood Safety Agency, Ifalade Oyeko, says the agency is set to expand its collaboration with the people and other security and safety agencies in the state. Oyeko made this known while speaking at the 3-day retreat of the agency tagged A Joint Approach Towards Enhanced Security in the Society. He said the agency was created to foster collaboration and provide credible intelligence to nip crime and criminality in the bud. Oyeko noted that the agency has recorded giant strides in the area of grassroots engagement, agency-to-agency collaboration, and intelligence sharing, leading to reduction in crime rate. In a major retreat, Commander 9th Brigade Nigerian Army Adegoke Adetui noted that the various stakeholders and security agencies have critical roles to play. And according to him, while security itself requires the effort of every citizen, private organizations can contribute through innovation, cybersecurity measures, and resource sharing, while community groups offer grassroots engagement, local intelligence, and emergency preparedness. Earlier, Senior Special Assistant to the Governor of Lagos State on Security and Good Governance, Kendi Omotajo, reiterated the commitment of the Lagos State government to the safety and security of lives and properties in the state. The Lagos State government has urged residents in the state to embrace preventive measures against cholera and other diseases. This was the submission of stakeholders at the Cholera Social Mobilization Outbreak Response organized by the Lagos State Primary Healthcare Board, LSPCB, with support from UNICEF, to sensitize and implement preventive measures to combat the outbreak across the state. Permanent Secretary LSPCB Bolawale Abimbola, who was represented by the Director Planning, Research and Statistics, Health District 4, Titi Layoni, said the Cholera Social Mobilization Outbreak Response is aimed at enlightening residents on early presentation of those affected to get required treatment to avoid death.
So we should make sure that we eat healthy as much as possible. If we can cook our food by ourselves, make sure they are healthy, they are not contaminated, then wash our hands regularly and maintain a good hygiene. Clean your environment, your house, make sure that your water is good, your food is hygienic too. You will be protected.
On her part, LSPCB's Director Health, Education and Promotion Services, Adesola Honfo, said the state government had inaugurated an emergency operational committee with different pillars for risk communities and creating awareness to curtail the disease.
we invited all our stakeholders, the social mobilization committee members, all the chairmen in our various local governments, that's the 20 local governments, they were present at this meeting. We also have the local government health education officers. They are also part of this meeting. Also our MOHs, the doctors in our various local governments, they are also part of this meeting. We also have our various stakeholders, the interfaith, that's the religious aspect. Some of our traditional leaders, they are also part of this sensitization meeting.
And also the State Health Education Officer in the Ministry, Segun Badejo, urged residents to practice good sanitation and hygiene, ensure safe drinking water and food, while taking proactive measures to use oral rehydration solutions in combating cholera and report suspected cases to hospitals.
Always advise the marketers to ensure that they cover their food, the meat seller, cover their meat, cover their fish, cover their other food materials in the market, and not allow fly to come over, because it hosts, it harbors a bacteria called Vibrio cholerae. So when we get to an environment, canteen, the eatery, and we see that the place is dirty, and of course the food prepared there, we see flies, and here we should not go and patronize them. So we must run a bit and ensure that the food we are taking are from good and hygienic source.
And that was the Health Education Officer in the Lagos State Ministry of Health, Segun Badejo. And now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has approved the commencement of the DOTS project to overhaul the education sector, increase enrollment and ensure the academic security of the nation's children. DOTS is an acronym representing Data Repository, Out-of-School Children's Education, Teacher Training and Development, and Skill Development and Acquisition. Minister of State for Education Yusuf Sununu made the statement in Nasarawa State while simultaneously performing the foundation-laying ceremony of the National Examinations Council officers of Nasarawa, Abia, Sokoto, Taraba, Jigawa, Lagos, and Rivers State. Sununu explained that the new initiative will enable the federal government to track students' progress, thus having a clear data-driven mechanism for interventions, especially concerning out-of-school children, girls, and those with specific learning disabilities, among others. And in sports, the Registrar and Chief Executive Officer of NECO, Dan Tani Ibrahim Wushishi, explained that the landmark achievement is a demonstration of the support and commitment of the federal government under the visionary leadership of President Bola Tinubu. And suspected vandals have been arrested in Kaduna State for vandalizing transmission company of Nigeria, TCN's infrastructure. The transmission company of Nigeria said the police command in Kaduna State confirmed the arrest of 4 suspected vandals. TCN's Public Affairs, Ndidi Mba, in a statement commended the efforts of the police and assured its continued collaboration with security operatives in safeguarding transmission infrastructure nationwide, adding that the suspect will be prosecuted. And on to some foreign news, Sudan Army Chief Abdel Fattah al-Burhan has accused many countries of remaining silent and turning a blind eye to crimes allegedly committed by the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces RSF in the country's more than a year-long civil war. Al-Burhan said every day the enemies are killing the Sudanese people, plundering their land and raping their wives and daughters. He noted that some countries have used their influence to stop aid provided to the Sudanese state, while some may have used their international and regional mechanisms to stop supporting the armed forces. Sudan has been gripped by war since April 2023, when fighting erupted between forces loyal to al-Burhan and the RSF led by his former deputy, Mohamed Hamdan Dagalo. Both sides have been accused of possibly committing war crimes by United Nations officials and rights groups. And over to sports news, Falconets head coach Chris Danjuma has called up 4 goalkeepers, 8 defenders, 8 midfielders and 12 strikers to a training camp in the federal capital, Abuja, in preparation for the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup Colombia 2024. The team captain Oluchi Ohagbulem is top of the list, with first choice goalkeeper Faith Omilano, defenders Shukurat Oladipo and Comfort Falonsho, midfielders Chinyere Kalu, Ado Ina and Rofiat Imoran, and forwards Janet Ake Kurumovi, Flourish Sebastian and Aminat Bello, also called. Nigeria, who has been in fixtures since the tournament began as an under-19 event in Canada, will contend with three-time winners Germany, Asian powerhouse Korean Republic, and South American representatives Venezuela in Group D of the competition. All the invited players are expected in Abuja on Sunday, 7th of July. And how's our news at 12, but just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration deployed traffic lights and CCTV cameras in strategic places in the state? Well, you can get more details on the Lagos Government website and to end the news. Here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Task Force has carried out an enforcement for compliance exercise at Adeniji Adeli and adjoining roads to rid the axis of traffic gridlock and criminal activities caused by illegal operators of bus bags. President Bola Tinubu has approved the commencement of the DOTS project to overhaul the education sector, increase enrollment, and ensure the academic security of the nation's children. I also told you that Sudan Army Chief Abdel Fattah al-Burhan has accused many countries of remaining silent and turning a blind eye to crimes allegedly committed by the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces RSF in the country's modern year-long civil war. And then in sport, Falconets head coach Chris Danjuma has called up 4 goalkeepers, 8 defenders, 8 midfielders and 12 strikers to a training camp in the federal capital, Abuja, in preparation for the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup Colombia 2024. And for contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast that was compiled by Sadiq Yusuf. Thank you very much for listening. My name is Mike James. Good afternoon.